Hi, I'm Karen for Expert Village. Now I'll show you blind hemming our skirt by hand. Now you choose a thread that matches the fabric so you can't see the thread at all on the fabric. But for purposes of demonstration, I'm going to use a light colored thread so that you can see my stitches. Okay, for blind hemming, you're going to start with a good knot, so that one that won't go through the fabric. And you start underneath. I usually start by a seam, and you go underneath and just catch the edge of the fabric, the part that's turned up. And then you catch a small amount, a very small amount, there. Now go about 1/2 inch and catch the edge of the fabric that's turned up, just a small amount, and a small amount of the fabric underneath, and pull that through. Continue on. Keep the threads fairly loose. Don't pull it tight because you don't want it to pucker. Go 1/2 inch. Just catch the edge of the fabric that's turned up and catch a small amount, just probably 1 centimeter of fabric underneath, and continue on like that. And I'll show you what it looks like on the other side. Okay. Now, if the thread was black, you wouldn't even see this. But as you can see, you're just catching the fabric, just a tiny dot, and they're all about 1/2 inch apart. And continue up, going 1/2 inch, and just catching the folded edge, the edge that's up, and catching the bottom about 1 centimeter, just a tiny bit, as little as you can, that will still hold the hem up. And keep it fairly loose. Don't pull those tight. If you pull it tight, it's going to pucker. And if you happen to pull it tight by mistake, you can just kind of stretch it out again like that, so that you're not pulling it too tight at all. Now a skirt is flared, and it's going to be wider on the bottom than it is here. So at some point, you're going to have a little bit extra. And what you do is you just fold it. You pinch that in a little bit, and you fold it over, and you'll sew that bit like this. I'm not going in order here. I'm show you this. And you just pull that together, and then continue on with your hemming, catching a tiny bit, and then moving up 1/2 inch, catching the top, catching the bottom, and moving up 1/2 inch. Continue on all around the skirt, and that is your hand blind hem. You can finish this with the regular knot. Catch a little bit of the fabric, pull through, you should have more, go through that loop, and pull tight.